NNKH miscellaneous channel here over in New Jersey doing a heating oil pump out, and I got Mike from Westfield Woodcraft. We got to show you this camper he built. This is a cargo trailer that he turned into a camper, and we're going to do the quick tour of this thing. It is really neat and well thought out. How long ago did you build it?
I finished it up last September, so September of 2025. It took me about 6 months to build. It's a 14 by 7 and 7 custom ordered trailer, all aluminum, very lightweight. Dry weight initially was around 1,500 pounds. I started with just a blank slate, a box, so I cut in all the windows, and then I did all the interior work myself.
All aluminum.
Full-size shower with a diverter toilet here. In here there is a tankless on-demand hot water heater. This is an apartment size refrigerator. Plenty of storage, especially up in the nose. I have trays that pull out for right and left and center. Mini split for heating and air conditioning. It's kind of a wardrobe closet for my wife's things. We have 2 folding chairs that are quite comfortable, actually.
So you got a fire extinguisher in there too?
Yeah, fire extinguisher. I also have smoke detector and CO2. Coming over here, we have countertop custom-made live edge cherry. This wood came from trees that we harvested out of my own yard. Nice large sink down here.
It's nice and deep.
Nice and deep, yeah. Plenty of room. I have a 2-burner induction cooktop underneath here that we bring up when needed, and we can use this counter space here. Ample storage above. Soft close hardware everywhere. These are boat latches that have a positive lock on them, so in transit they won't pop open.
Oh yeah.
This is a custom stool I made because the bed's up so high, and we can fold this out of the way if needed, and we can use it as another place to sit. This is extra countertop space, also out of cherry that we can pull out. Right now this is in the way, but you can see you can pull that out if we need more room to prep food. Large drawers that go well underneath the bed. So this is for our clothing. We have a full-size queen mattress up here, residential queen. TV, we just use streaming services. As long as we have Wi-Fi or even Bluetooth capability, we can watch TV. This is a fold-down table. It just snaps down. You can bring it up to eat or do work at. It's a charging cabinet here with a variety of methods to charge. This is a 3-in-1 oven. Microwave, air fryer, convection. These are spotlights that surround the vehicle, so I have one on each side, and then the one on this side, it has its own switch and a dimmer because it's very bright. And then this is our DC lighting inside. I have lights for the sink. I have under counter lighting here.
You got your fresh and gray water gauges on there too?
I have gauges for fresh. I have 35-gallon fresh and 35-gallon gray water tank, and then we have the separator toilet, no black tank.
The flexible reading lights. Are most of these like Amazon buys, or where'd you get?
All Amazon, pretty much, or Rec Pro was the other, like the aftermarket RV. All the windows came from Rec Pro.
Do these have shades built in? I've seen
they
some.
do not, but I made just real inexpensive blackout shades that I can just put up.
Perfect.
And they work great, but they're tinted on the outside, so even during the day, people can't see inside.
You said it's got 2-inch foamular.
2-inch, yes. 2-inch foam board up here, 1-inch throughout the walls, and a 1/2-inch under the floor. And then I did this waterproof laminated vinyl flooring.
Gotcha. Luxury vinyl plank or whatever.
Plank, whatever
yeah, this came out incredible too.
I didn't mill this. I bought that at Lowe's. That's just a very thin, very lightweight siding.
And this is cherry wood from the backyard, right?
This is cherry, yes. Also came from trees we took out of my backyard. All the cherry you see throughout was harvested.
How's the overhead in here for a guy?
I don't know. You're a little tall.
Oh no! With the boots on,
can you fit?
6'3", I can stand up. Wow! I mean,
now I did put the platform in there.
Yeah, with the platform too.
Yeah, that if we took that out, you would probably fit a little bit better.
No, that's. I mean, that's but, you did it right. That's,
yeah,
and this is 7 foot tall on the outside.
Yes, yeah. Well, it's just shy of 7 on the inside, but we packed it down with some insulation, and I put furring strips throughout. I put furring strips everywhere so I could nail or screw into every framing member. But it's all welded aluminum. It's a really well-built trailer. It was made up in Maine, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I noticed it has all aluminum.
Yeah, everything's aluminum.
Got the galvanized wheels.
All aluminum.
Yeah, it's got aluminum I-beams going across. The OSB. Have you ever thought of doing, I've seen on some of the Four Seasons campers, they spray foam the whole bottoms of these to get some extra.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't think we're going to do a lot of winter camping in it, you know, so, and if we do, we'll probably go down south.
The outside 20 amp GFCI.
Yep.
Got the reverse camera up top here. Shore power plug-in right here.
Yeah, I ordered it special with the barn doors so we could just access this. I have a screen coming, a magnetic screen that will cover both doors.
Oh, perfect. So you can hang out, still get the campground views and keep the.
So the power station is a Blue Eddy power station. It has capability. It has an inverter, so we get power for 120 and then 12 volt on the other side.
And this was an RV specific power?
Yes, it was an RV. I bought that on Amazon. This is a thermostatically controlled fan at 100 degrees. It kicks on and takes any heat from out of here. Yeah, I have one of those behind the refrigerator as well.
Perfect.
So they're thermostatically controlled. Both.
Yeah, you got a lot of crammed in. You got your ladder for getting up on the roof.
Yeah, getting up on the roof. 35 gallon
hose.
fresh water. That's the drain, and that pump is amazing.
Is the sea flow?
Yeah, sea flow.
And what is this? This accumulator tank, is that just for holding pressure?
Yes, that's a pressure tank. And then this is our freshwater fill. And then I have a city water connection. So we can either use our tank or divert it for city water.
I see you did all PEX A too, it looks like.
I did the PEX A because the equipment was easier to fit inside all these cramped spaces.
Okay.
So I bought the special tool that was like $400.
This trailer came with these outriggers too?
They put those on. The dealers, when I told him what I was doing, he asked me if I wanted them to add those, so he did.
Smart, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe even get a couple scissor jacks if you need to level.
Yeah, well, I have those. I added those on the front, so I have scissor jacks on the front,
yeah.
And then I have the pillars on the back. And,
so one thing about this too is this is all streamlined. You have no exposed fasteners.
Yes.
I like that. And this is like an adhesive tape or glue that holds these together?
It's like laminated in place.
You got a vent there. Does that help with airflow going down the road, I guess, going in?
That's an original vent that's been covered up. So no, it's been, I just left it there.
And up on the roof, we'll take a quick peek at this. He's got solar panels up here.
Those on,
oh, these are like same ones. Oh,
Marketplace.
they're big actually. Wow. He's got the max.
They're residential panels, 800 watts each, bifacial.
You got the wind deflector on them too there. That's
I bought that on
the details on this as you look through it. Like, I don't know how it comes across. You got the outside shower, your water hookups.
This is
guy.
just for that water heater that's on the other side of the wall.
Okay.
This is a vent that we can turn on when it's in use. Although it's a ventless unit, I didn't want to take any chances. So we can turn that on when we're taking a shower. And this is the outside unit. I fabricated all this out of Unistrut.
Yeah, that's heavy duty.
Bolted it straight through with 1/2-inch bolts through here and through the studs up here.
Yeah, just wanted to do this rapid fire video and show you this incredible build. I can't believe it only took you 6 months to do. That's I feel like this would take
a lot of planning. I'm retired.
A lot longer and look a lot worse when I was done. But if you need custom camper built, hit up. No, I'm just kidding.
This is the last one, the one and only, because we're going to start using it. And,
yeah, but maybe one day we get some plans on this, because I mean the way he put this together, I'd like to mimic and do something just like this in the future. It's really cool.
For you, Chris, I'll do it.
All right, well there you go. We'll do a video series on it, right? So,
yeah.
All right, appreciate you guys watching.
And thanks for featuring the camper.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for the heating oil. He was getting ready.
Make sure you subscribe to Chris's channel.
Yeah,
He's the best.
Appreciate you guys. Absolutely. Thanks, Mike.
All right.
Quick glance at Mike's shop here too. You can see he's got it set up pretty well, but lots of projects going on, so I can. If you think this is messy, then you haven't seen my garage lately. And here's a photo of him back in 2004. He's a wood shop teacher over at Morristown High School. So, you still do projects with some of the previous kids and stuff too. You said, right?
Yeah, they get a hold of me, and this happened to be, a guy. I did some work for his dad, and then he put me in touch with his son. Turned out he was my student. And now he's an industrial designer up in New York City right now.
Very cool.
So he called me the other day and said, "Yeah, I got this weird project." I said, "Let's try it. Let's do it."